What's up guys, welcome back to Moving Against the Flow. Today's video is going to be about living for things other than Christ. I can give you some personal experience about this because there's been many times where I've lived my life for other things than Christ, whether it be being like a ladies' man or something, or living for myself, living for pleasure, for money, for just things that were not Christ. And I'm sure many of you have done the same thing. Things you want the latest Nike shoes that come out. You want the latest handbags that come out for y'all girls. I mean, just we've all done it. We've all lived for something else besides Christ. And personally, and I bet I can speak for everyone who's lived for something besides Christ. You never were satisfied. Say you buy the new pair of Nikes like this week, and then new ones come out next weekend, and you're like, ooh, I gotta have those. Like, you're never satisfied, and that's the thing that brings it all together when you're living for things besides Christ, is that you're never satisfied. I mean, you can have like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 right now, and Call of Duty Ghost is coming out, and so you're like, I gotta have it. You know, and it's just like a never-ending cycle of I gotta have the next thing, or else I won't be happy. And sad thing is that you can keep chasing, and you'll never be happy with the stuff that you have. So we get a sense of like false happiness. Just to put it to an example, just say like you're trying to lose weight, but you're not trying to lose weight as like for any glory to God. You're trying to lose weight so more men or more women will find you attractive. And there's nothing wrong with being attractive, but if you're trying to be attractive so you can go and do sinful things with these people, then it's just like, it's not good. And so chasing after these things can lead to more sin as well. And like when you get there, you still might not be happy. You probably won't, because you'll notice that people are only after you for your looks, and then you try even harder, and then it can become very dangerous for you. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. Getting the newest clothes, you always want what's new. You always want more. You always want more. And we were made to follow someone. But the problem is, we're not following the right people. We're not following the right things. We're idolizing people we see on TV. We're idolizing our clothes. We're letting them wear us instead of us wear them, where we should be following Christ. The only thing that can get that feeling deep down in your gut to be satisfied, because I know that everybody knows what that feeling is of unsatisfaction, always wanting some more. You can feel like there's something missing in you. And to feel it, you have to chase after Christ. You don't even have to chase after him, because he comes to you and he says, let's go. I mean, he's not like, come on, it's a long journey, you have to come find me. No, he's there right in your face, ready for you to accept him. But a lot of times we don't. We try to find other things to replace that hole, and it's like a puzzle piece. Like there's a specific shape that needs to go in there, and we try to shove other things in there, and it never fits, and we're never happy. And the thing that I always used to plug that hole in with is like a girlfriend. Like I felt like if I want that kind of love that I feel missing, that I'm gonna have to replace it with a girl. But the thing that I found out is that it's not for a girl, it's for God. So I need to learn how to love God and understand that he loves me before I can love someone else. Because I've loved before, like ungodly, and it never works out. I mean, before you want to get in a relationship with someone, your relationship with God should be strong first, and you should base it on God, because if you don't, eventually they all fail. And I kept trying to fill that piece in with the girls, and it never fit, and it will never fit, because God's the only thing that can satisfy all of our needs. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see all the stuff that we try to fill that piece in with, whether it be partying and having as like trying to get as many friends as you can so you'll never feel lonely, or trying to have the latest things so you'll always be the most popular. We always feel the need for that attention, and we always try to fill it with the wrong things, and it's sad because it's a never-ending chase, and some people get so sad from it. But the good news is that God tells us that He's the missing part. He's what you need to come after to feel complete, because He made us, and it's our job to live our life for Him and glorify Him and to accept Him. Because when you accept Him, then you're complete. Then you can do what you're supposed to do. But it's like a toy without its batteries if you don't ever accept Him. I mean, you can look cool and you can have like the coolest things that you're able to do, but without your batteries, what good are you? In John 15:1-8, it says, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples." So guys, basically what that's saying is that we need to remain in Christ. If we don't, we're like a branch that falls off a tree. What are you good for? For someone to play with and draw pictures in the sand with? I mean, what kind of life is that? I mean, so pretty much here's the options. You can choose to keep living. You can choose to keep living for worldly things and never be happy. But what kind of life is that? You'll never be happy. You'll never be satisfied. You'll never know what true love is. Or you can accept Christ and finally put that peace where it needs to go and experience true happiness. The stuff that God can offer is just unexplainable in our language, in any language. It's just unexplainable. We couldn't even comprehend what the Lord can do for us when we finally start living for what we're supposed to do. And I'm gonna challenge you to accept it. Accept Christ. See what He can do for you. I mean, He's already done so much that we need to thank Him for, but just accept Him and just see what dramatic change in your life will happen. And guys, it might be tough to just quit living for worldly things, but I guarantee you it's worth it. And some tips to help you out is to get around people that want the same thing as you. Get around people that's going to encourage you, help you out, and help you keep on track. Because that's very important, is to be around people that want the same thing, because they won't let you let yourself down. So get plugged into a church. If you know some people that go to church, be like, hey, do you mind if I go to church with you? I could really use some words of encouragement right now. And bada bing, bada boom, you're started. And slowly but surely, or it could be quick, you're on your way. I mean, it takes a small step to do something big. So take that small step and get your life going. Because until you accept Christ, you haven't even been living. Guys, I know you're not satisfied. I know if you haven't accepted Christ, there's a piece of you that's just empty. And I know I've been there. I've been exactly where you are. I've had that lonely feeling, like there's something missing in my life. But when I started living for Christ, it's so I don't know, it just sets you free. Like you don't have to chase after things anymore, and it's so much pressure off your shoulders that it just feels amazing. So to wrap it up, I'm gonna say this: you can either be some firewood that falls on the floor and people go gather to make their fire, or you can be the branch that bears fruit and glorifies God. You can be a nice, delicious orange or something. I don't know, but you know what I mean. That's going to wrap it up for this week's video. Hope this helped y'all in some way, and don't forget to share it with anyone who you think could use it. And I really appreciate all you who watch. I know that it's Saturday or Sunday that you're probably watching this, but thank you for taking the time out to do so. And I'll see y'all next weekend. So good night.